Usually you guys can hear me pretty well, so I'm not going to put on a headset or mic or anything. I think you can hear me just fine. But I just want to let you guys know, lately I haven't been wearing my mask, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I can tell that all of what has been going on is still in the air, is still out there, if that makes sense for you guys. So how I can tell is by how my chest and the inflammation that I'm getting. So I will still keep wearing my mask, but I am slowly but surely trying to not wear it as much and as often, because at some point I got to take that mask off, but I can definitely tell the difference. Now, the first time I started not wearing my mask, my nose started running. So I believe that that had to do a little bit to do with allergies. And not being around a lot of people, of course, you're not going to be exposed to a lot of different elements that may cause you to have some type of reaction or to catch the flu, cold, or virus or whatever else is out there in the world. So basically, what I'm just trying to state is that most people have been exposed to quite a bit of stuff in our environment, and our bodies begin to build that immune system or whatever to whatever that it is. But for sure, as they bring in a lot more people who have not had all the shots and all the exposure, or we have not had exposure to them, believe you me, there's going to be something in addition coming up again, that we probably will need to be aware of. So people who have very good immune systems, you have nothing probably to worry about. It's those of us who don't quite have a strong immune system, for regardless of whatever that the reasons are. So that's why some of us, you will see, still wearing our mask. And there's no reason for you to get upset over somebody else wearing a mask, because it's simply that person is doing self-care. It's called taking care of yourself. It's not trying to impose on anyone else, but it's making sure that that person has what they need to make sure that they're healthy and that they're safe and they're doing the best for themselves. Now, I put together a video. It's really rough. I felt kind of nervous filming the lady who was helping me with my checkout. And I also have some information for you dealing with Capital One and their Walmart card, because I was pretty pissed about it, and I'm trying to get the complaint to them, and they had more information to tell me than what I'm trying to give to them. So I don't know if people trying to be sued or what, or maybe they don't really understand the gist of what took place. But I was in the app, I was ordering from Walmart, and I love using Affirm as my financing company. Now, Walmart had an ad to get a Walmart MasterCard through Capital One. And it said here, pre-qualify, so that way it doesn't affect your credit. So I trust Capital One, and I clicked the button. But let me tell you what it did. It ended up giving me a Walmart rewards card. So it's a company card. You can't use it like a MasterCard. However, you can get gas with it. You can do some things with it, but it was very misleading. And the guy was now I spoke to a couple of guys, and the woman who sent me that second card, when I asked her, she said it was a credit card. So she also lied. So yes, it pisses you off when people lie to you and you believe something and then you receive it and it's not what they have been telling you that it was. So when we got the card has no MasterCard logo. But when I look back through the pictures, because I take pictures of everything and I keep documentations of everything, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. So the MasterCard had my little name on it, like, yeah, girl, this is what you gonna get. And you can do all this with it. You're gonna love our card. Yeah. Y'all tricked me, you little suckers. So for me, not only was it pissed at the guy who didn't want to take the complaint, but it's just the fact it's not a MasterCard, and you don't get the opportunity to say, hey, no, I want what I had applied for, not what you're trying to offer me now. There's no in between in there. Now, when you go to the Capital One website and do the pre-qualification, then they try to tell you all little details about it to say they asked. But when you're on the Walmart app and on their Walmart.com, it's not giving you all that. It's making it look real pretty. This is what we're going to give you, and so on and so forth. So I got pictures of all this stuff, and I'm going to share it with you so that you will be aware. Now, what's the pros about it? Well, you can use it supposedly at Sam's Club during the checkout when you're scanning to do the checkout, but you cannot
Not able to
online
use the
like I
Walmart
usually
rewards
order my
card at
stuff.
Sam's Club
So
and Costco
it
line.
just does not work for me, and I was really disappointed that they had nothing that they could possibly do for me. And I'm like, well, this is a complaint. It's not like I'm just calling in a chit chat, and I don't want to argue about it. I'm telling you my experience. And it bothers me when they act like that, because they act like they want to be sued. It's like they want someone to do a class action because of misleading practices. And I like that company. So yeah, I was pretty upset that they pulled one of those, get this carrot over here, and then you're actually getting something else. And that's never cool. And I haven't heard of store credit cards since like the 80s or 90s. And that's what I told the guy. That type of credit card that will, give people X amount of credit for a Walmart, Target card, or whatever. But I hadn't really heard of those. So I couldn't believe that that's what they were sending me. And even when I called the lady to send me the replacement, she said, yes, it was a credit card. And she said it was a rewards credit card. But she knew, because when she was talking, I could kind of hear in the background something wasn't on the up and up. So when I went to Sam's Club to take my picture and she's telling me about it, the lady mentioned to me about the rewards card and the MasterCard credit card, actual credit card. So I kind of like, I bet that's what they did. I just, you know how you get them little instincts about stuff. I think that's what they did. But I just could not imagine Capital One doing that, because they're a credit card company versus a bank or financing type company that will finance for Walmart. So it is misleading. It is what it is at this point. But I'm sharing it with you because that's just what we do. That's how we chit chat over here. We tell the truth about the situation, and that way you can make a better decision than what I made. Now, today I went to utilize it. I wanted to give it a try and see exactly how it works, how easy that it is. I went to one of it's kind of like a super Walmart because it has a little bit of everything. This particular market, Walmart market that I like to go to, they have a little bit more food and veggies, but nothing. I'm going to tell you, I felt a little some kind of way while I was shopping there because of our 99-cent stores closing. I had a little moment where I was looking at those prices, and it was like a shock. It was like I don't know how to describe it, but I felt there was a little bit of sadness. There was a little bit of growth. There was a little bit of realizing that there's change, like I'm going. It was so much. It was so odd to me that I just kind of brushed it off because I was so used. First of all, I was looking at the Naked drinks. You know how I like their drinks, and they didn't have one of the flavors that I love. And then I looked at the price. It was a little bit dollar less. It was like $8.99. Versus like the $9.99 or the $10 or whatever that I get at other grocery stores. So when I looked at it and then I saw the smaller version, none of it looked like what it would look like at the 99 only store, because I could buy it for $1.99, the same exact item. So yes, I felt some kind of way, and it was a realization to me, and I'm thinking to myself, so how am I going to move forward with the money that I have? So long story short, I did see some salads on sale, but I have to remember that sometimes you got to make sure they're not spoiled, because they will put that stuff back on the shelf for somebody to buy, and you would tell them this is return it, and then they may put it back on the shelf. That's one thing that kind of ticked me off about Walmart before, and that's why I kind of stopped shopping there, because you really got to look at the items and make sure that they're looking like they should be looking, regardless of the date. And that's any store. You always want to check and make sure of the expiration date.